Here's a quick overview of the basic assembly process of the new advanced chassis we're about to put out there for everybody. What I'm doing is I'm in Autodesk Fusion. I've got the parts already laid out, and I'm just going to walk you through a quick put together. There'll be an assembly video which covers everything in thorough detail, plus a parts list and all that good stuff as soon as, well, I can make it. Anyhow, I've got the shifter platform here, this little shifter platform. That'll be probably the first thing you're going to want to build. It's in two parts. It's got the brace here, and then there's also the platform that goes on top of it, and then there's a couple of screws, and then there's another screw that goes in from the side. So set him aside. I'll go ahead and turn that off. And you're going to get your frame rails, and you're going to put them down on a flat surface. These two big pieces, those are the rear ones, and then your two forward pieces. Oh, there we go. And then you're going to get your frame connectors. It's these strips with holes in them. That's what joins these two pieces. And then also fasten them with the appropriate screws that are for them. From there, you're going to get your frame braces. It's these long hourglass looking parts. Screw them in. I recommend that you leave everything, just put it in, but don't send it home yet, because you want to make sure everything is appropriately squared and fitting properly so you get a nice finish on it. Then you'll get your last piece for the front frame brace, which is right here. It's the one that looks like that, this piece. Once you've done that, you can snug everything down if you'd like. Get your pedal deck, put that down, and then you're going to grab your front frame pieces, your left and right ones, and then take your thumb knobs and screw them in. Don't tighten them. You want a little play in here, and it might help to have somebody help you hold these while you do this, because they are big parts. From there, you'll get your, what I'm calling the grill, the front grill, right here. Screw that in. Then grab your wheel deck, screw him in. Now these parts here, the wheel deck will accommodate T500 or Thrustmaster wheels, Fanatic wheels, Logitech G25, 27, 29 wheels, and also OSW wheels using this frame, the mounting frames that are offered out there. The pedals, by the way, will accommodate Logitech pedals, DSD pedals, Fanatic pedals, and not sure if Thrustmaster's on there or not, but if not, well, there'll be a template or something. I'll figure that out. And then also I understand the Husinkveld pedals will mount to the Logitech holes. In some cases, because of the way some pedals are mounted, you'll just screw them in. Fortunately, the MDF is pretty flexible when it comes to drilling. If you want to drill it to accommodate your own pedals, or maybe some homebrew ones, or whatever the case may be, you can add holes if you want and supply your own fasteners to do it. So there we have it. Enough with the commentary. There's our semi-completed. We're about halfway home now. Then after that, you'll grab your front frame brace. It's the part with the initials on it. Screw that in. And then there's 4 of these hourglass looking parts. You're going to get them and attach them right here. They screw in from this side. It's real tight right in here in this area, so you're going to want to use a Phillips head screwdriver for that. Then put the don't forget the other side. Leave it a little Leave it a little loose if you'd like, but make sure that once you add the seat deck, because that's the next part you're going to put on here, make sure you've got enough room once you've buttoned down this seat deck and added your wings, your left wing and your right wing, and screwed all those in. There's 6 screws here and then another 4 down here for the little the lower braces. Make sure you got enough room to get your hands down in there to screw down from the other side. From there, you can start snugging things down, but you are going to get, if this is the option you have, and if you're on the race only, snug everything down because you're done. You don't have wings or anything like that. You don't have the little hourglass wing braces. You're done. Go ahead and mount your seat. But if you're not on the, if you're on the race and flight, get your wing strakes, put them on. There's 3 screws that hold them to the wings, and then also a thumb knob which secures from this side. So it allows you to adjust everything. Allows you to adjust your wheel to seat, pedal to seat, and wheel and pedal to seat. And then you can, if your seat will have sliders, then you can adjust your seat as well. So you can pretty much adjust it. I've designed this thing to try to accommodate everybody. It's not going to accommodate people that are way outside of, might have some specific interests for themselves, you know, some rather unique interests, if you will. But it will accommodate pretty much everybody, you know, the wide spectrum of folks. Let's see here. The wing strakes are set up to allow for the use of Thrustmaster joysticks to bolt directly to them. If you're using CH joysticks, you will just, I recommend, and this is what I do for myself, I use Velcro to hold them down, double-sided Velcro, 2-part to hold them down. There's also holes to accommodate the DSD 2015 shifter. There's also holes to accommodate ram mounts pretty much everywhere that I can think of, or where folks generally put their button controllers. I certainly don't want to forget the fact that I don't want to leave that part out. That'd be pretty foolish, wouldn't it? LOL. You can also use butt kickers on here, right here, under the seat, and also the Dayton Audio type. They'll bolt under the seat. They'll also bolt, let me get back here in the field of view, there we go. They'll also bolt to the wings. They'll bolt to the front frame, and they'll also bolt to the pedal deck. So those guys that are out there using shakers will find an abundance of holes pre-drilled to mount their shakers. What else am I covering? There's plenty of holes here, slots for running wires. You will make available some wire clamps or the little adhesive backed wire holders. You'll be able to buy a little bag of parts to do that kind of stuff. Wood glue, if you want to use wood glue, there'll be some Gorilla Glue, and I really recommend the use of that stuff. If you're going to mount this thing for permanent use, a lot of these parts can be glued together and have a really strong bond in addition to the screws. If you're just on the screws, that's fine, it'll work. We've got one that's been in long-term service for 2 years now, or almost 2 years. And before I forget, let's get our shifter on here and talk about that real quick. Now this will be one part that you'll put together. It'll just bolt right from the other side here. You'll see these 3 screws here, 3 holes. You'll send your screws in from that side. And your shifter mount will be mounted. That will also accommodate a Logitech shifter and a DSD shifter and a RAM mount. If you have other shifters, the clamp mounts and so forth, then that's a totally different shifter, and I recommend that you use the manufacturer's mounting pattern to help you mount that. And last but not least, you can also, there'll be a little extension that will offer for a few bucks that you can mount if you've got an old DSD shifter. You can put it right on the side and put it right there and use it. I don't have that on here right now, but I'll show you a demo during the assembly video of that. It's nice and sturdy, by the way. This thing really is nice and sturdy. I like it a lot. Unfortunately, they keep going out, and I can't keep one for myself. The last thing is you're going to use a Summit Racing seat. That's what the holes are here for, where you order a seat, and there'll be a link in the assembly video and also the assembly instructions on what exact seat to get. It's a real nice seat. It's $160. It comes with sliders, reclines, fabric, fits big guys, thin guys, mama bear, papa bear, and all the baby bears. It's very comfortable. I have 2 of them, and they're real nice. So that'll be the seat that you'll use. $160 shipped anywhere in the United States, and I'm not trying to plug for Summit, but I don't know how they do it. And it's a nice seat for the money, so that'll be your seat you get. So the objective here is to get a guy into a nice chassis that'll do everything he wants it to do and still have some money left over. So when Mama Bear says, where's the money, you can say, I barely spent any. And I'll leave you with that. Thanks for looking.